I was all muting the desktop. No, wait, whoops. So this is the sample. And this shader got modified. So then I took the other Apple sample and let's see if it'll push to the phone. This is the sample we're going to modify on Android. And the Raspberry Pi is having technical differences. It's over there like Raspberry Pi out through the serial port. Let's see if this will run on Pro. This is the modified version of basic texturing. What is it going to say? Oh, it's building. Building. Launching. No results chapter. Yeah, chapter I don't think will work on this phone. Chapter is the GFX old engine with OpenEL and GLSL. Uh-oh, it's launching it on here. Yeah, so the default one just has it so it runs a little faster on the phone than it does on the simulator. And this XS. I was trying to push it onto the actual phone. Could not locate device support files. It might not work on this phone. Uh-oh. So it can push it to the emulator, but it can't push it to the phone, which is the same version. Interesting. Okay. I have to close this because it looks like it's struggling. Oh. Switch up the setup. So frame rate mismatch. Who cares? I have like a lot of wires in my mouse area. That's always good. Alright, so this is the thing we're going to mod. I made a copy. I kind of prepped a little bit today. My Android Studio is a bit clunky. I got some of the other samples to work. I should be able to get the billing sample to work too pretty soon. And I want to do it like legit with the server and everything. That's going to be fun because I have the library implemented, but it compiles in, but it doesn't do anything. So I might get into that today, I might not, it just depends. I'd rather do sign on first. I think you need sign on in order to do billing anyway. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think you need it actually for Google. And then I'm doing these side projects which kind of failed, but I still was able to accomplish, like generating a Android old school. We can call it Android Legacy. I call it Android Old because it is like beyond Legacy. Legacy is like, I guess, 9 or prior, and this is like even older. This is like 4.4 and under. This is like Android Raspberry Pi, like the equivalent. The only lower equivalent to this is Raspberry Pi, or because Android 4.4 is usually a quad core at least, and that's like, you might be able to get a Raspberry Pi 2W running this with Android. So it's like Android 10. It's not Android 10. It's Android API 10. Alright, so let's get into the other good stuff. I could try this out too. Some of their fun, like, once you get into this, yeah, so I could try to push the ADB to the device and use the old school Android system. It's like, it'd be nice to get multiplayer to work on the old and the new devices, but I would have to compile two separate versions in 2 different ways. So it's learning 2 different build systems. But you kind of get to know the purity of Android's APK system and DX files being generated from Java files and doing that manually. I'm not great at it yet, but I want to be able to brag about it later someday. Alright, so where do we put this? We put this into Android source games, and we named it Friends. Okay, so like pretend we're starting out kind of like in the middle of our game project that's semi-complete. Okay, trust and open, add ID and folders to Microsoft. Okay, so I guess Microsoft Defender has been a big violator of Android Studio for years, and finally they figured it out. And however Android Studio does this would be interesting, because it probably uses some sort of encryption key to contact Microsoft and say, oh, okay, I'm an application that could exclude myself from being a virus. Which doesn't exclude itself from being a virus, because we all know, what if you hook into it somehow and become a virus? Oh wait, we don't know that. We're trying to do things the right way by hacking the computer without having to use Google's keys to attack Defender. Stupid Windows Defender, who cares? Alright, so let's start at the very core of this. I already screwed up because I opened way too many yeah, I want to do the Engage SDK too. Way too many windows. 100 API. Uh-oh, I'm lost. Play game usages, your daily quotas. I think it was here. Yeah, so it starts up somewhere here. Get started with play services for game in C++. So this is the new API. Usually this flow works like this. Are we in the right project? That's the problem. Yeah. I have to keep double checking, make sure I don't start working on 2 different projects named the same thing. That's always like good. And you get like, you break both the projects basically simultaneously. Alright, find package, link, static, link. Alright, what we have to do is put pounds in front of these. Target link libraries. Can we just put like this? Is that how it wants us to do it? Find packages, add library. Oh, okay, so get rid of that. There's no, the delimiter is just being separate, I guess. That's crazy. Alright, so then we and wait for Gradle to resync us. How do we resync automatically? It didn't detect it. I think it's still synchronizing from the first time. Okay, let's just synchronize. It should have had enough time to do it, because that's the thing. It's had time because it knows it parsed this project before. Alright, so it's synchronized. Alright, let's run it. Just make sure that this kind of is okay. So I do have Gemini running on this, I believe. Gemini has not been that helpful sometimes. It just tells you like insane pieces of garbage a lot of times. And it's kind of... Wait, what the fuck did that say? Why did this fail? Alright, so Clang, it's using Clang to compile, identified, blah blah blah, and error at find package. Okay, it didn't find the package. I guess that's okay because we haven't downloaded anything yet. Make sure the prefab build feature is enabled. Add the dependency for game 2.0 SDK. How the hell do we do that? Oh, so build out Gradle file. This might help fix whatever happened back there. So when you're doing this, it's kind of like, I guess, like doing a command line, like when you're building with GCC. So a lot of this comes from GCC, and like when you build it like this. So for example, what this is doing, it's like on Linux you would have GCC build stuff, or Clang, or Mac maybe. Well, on Mac it's Xcode thing, or Clang, I guess, which is probably all Clang. And then you have to specify every file that's an object file, which basically every C++ file. The header files kind of go on their own, then all the library files, and if the library files or the include directories need include more, then your command starts looking a little more gnarly. I don't have a sample here. Let's say I did have a sample, which is just basically Notepad++ written down somewhere, because you have to keep track of these things like crazy. And it's in here somewhere, I believe. Huh. I sworn I had it open the whole time. I do have it open, but it's just lost in the mix. Okay. Alright, so it's like this. It starts getting gnarlier and gnarlier. Or like my main game folder, I gotta include manually OpenAL like that. This is Windows. I mean, it's MGUI Windows. So it's like Windows Linux style. I'm not using Visual Studio. Like, there's no Visual Studio installed on this computer, and I could still make like a little game that has sound. I can't debug though, which is kind of annoying. So I just use printf statements and trust my own memory management skills. That's okay. So if I don't do anything too gnarly without like doing it, I should be fine. And I can always try to port it and then just do it somewhere where I can debug it, like on Linux. Like if I port this into, well, let's say Raspberry Pi, just for the sake of insanity, or probably better to be Ubuntu. I'm starting to install Arch Linux. I have Ubuntu installed on the laptop. I need to just recover. And then so I include also the 2D box library manually, just like I include OpenAL manually, by specifying the capital L where the library is located. So I have all these flags. I have flags for OpenGL, flags for glue, flags for FreeGlue, flag for GLU32, flag for WinSockets. I'm not using them yet. I need a P thread because the audio library needs to run in a separate thread. And all these files that are my source files. Okay, so yeah. I make like, the build system is just basically passing everything in on one command in that instance. Then this is what kind of Gradle and CMake does for you inside of this. Okay, let's go to Gradle build file, and because what this really does is so this is meant for a Java build Gradle file, and there's Kotlin build Gradle files. So the Gradle file is built in that language. I mean, it's read in that language, so that's why I had to put the round brackets around it. I should know the name by now of the right. Yeah, so it downloads the packages for me once I'm doing a sync. Oh no! Couldn't find the package name with invalid argument. Something's just misspelled. That's what it looks like. And so go back to CMake. I believe I gotta go into the Android manifest folder next. So we got game activity, the game activity. Okay, that's just our main. Are we in the right? We're not in the right thingamajigger. We didn't add it to the right thing. To the right project. Okay. What if we were to deprecate that? What would happen? Would my build still be okay? Uh-oh, it fucks up the build, it fucks up the build. Let's clean this. We want to salvage this build. We don't want to just throw it in the trash. Okay. Now it seems to be fine. Exclamation mark, go away. Or are we in the right build? This is the right build. Okay. Okay, this is the right build. Whoops. What have I done there? Find package, line 32. Oh wow, like doing that is really dangerous. This is how you lose your project to Gradle build problems. It's like good to back up just for that reason. So you don't have to sit there and try to fix it for hours. You can just like move on to the next step. A good step, not a bad step. Like if you take a step and like you upgrade Gradle, you can't really go back. Well, you can. Now you can. I don't know. You used to not. I don't know. It's too bad. Okay, so line 32. Like what the fuck? I thought we modified this file. It's not this file though. We're not supposed to be modifying this file. It's opening the wrong file. Why is it opening the file from the older project? Yeah, this problem of backing up. It screws up. It's not doing it right. No, you're not doing it right. Why is it? Android Studio is bad. This is why. This is also the wrong file. So how would I reconfigure that? So I have open projects. I have this project open, right? Well, it should be, because that's where the... look, if you look closely, it says billing dash friends. But if you open other files, it is an other file. And what we've done, so we've actually modified that project. Wait, why is the other project not open? Which project do we have open? Yeah, we have billing friends open. Where's the other project? Do we need to go into the other project? Like, what happened to that CMake file I modified earlier? Like, where is it? Oh, okay, so this is the right CMake file, right? Yeah, this is the friends one. Interesting. It is totally whacked. I wonder how you fix that. Let's do a refresh C++ project. Alright. So it did tell us to include this. We included it in the right place. But we're having this issue because whenever you do this, you would do a backup. Like, this is just common sense. You're implementing a big thing, and if you screw up, you want to be able to really quickly go update your app, do some sort of little thing while you're working on this. So this is completely common sense. Okay. I'm just looking at the error, and it's like, why is Kulu game a problem? It's not. No, it's not trying to fix the right thing. Okay, we got this. I would guess that this is bad. Let's go back and read some of this. I've made the phone read this to me out loud today, I think, or something in one of these pages. Right. So, yeah. Target like libraries, this crap. This weird ass fucking string that'll just break everything. With this weird string that also seems to break stuff. Okay. Update your build Gradle. We added that. Here's an example. They only give you... Okay, build prefabs true. This is what we haven't done. And build Gradle file. Let's get a build Gradle file. Make sure we're in the right place. Yeah, we're in friends. Build prefabs true. It's already set. Yeah, I kind of assumed that it would be already by something else. Alright. Let's move on. Now we need to add an application metadata tag. I don't know what the fuck this is for. What does it say? In your manifest, Android manifest.xml file, define your play game service project ID. You can do so by adding the following lines to file. Create resource string. Okay. So what is this game services project ID? Value equals at string game services app. Okay, so we don't modify this value right here. Then we go into string resource and we copy paste what we got on Google. Alright. Sounds fantastic. We do have to fix these errors though before we move along. but we could just modify the Android thing file. Or is Android manifest? They keep like moving the Android manifest in different projects, and it's in different places, in different versions. I know this for sure because if I go look at this, the Android manifest is located in the root of everything. Then they moved it up into this other manifest folder. Then there used to be an app, and it's been all over the place. So it's like you gotta know where to put that garbage. Okay, application, activity. So I guess we put it here. Find package called invalid argument. Check. Error. Okay, let's do a sync, and then we'll reload all from disk, repair IDE, and validate caches. Let's try that. I don't know what that does, but it seems like a Chrome feature, like when your Chrome just saves a bunch of stupid cookies everywhere and then like he doesn't know what to do anymore. I'm guessing we have to launch it ourselves. Stupid thing. Okay. We had quite a bit loaded there. Okay, we can go get the project ID. I might have to close the screen for a second here. But basically, oh, it lets you type. That's funny. And so you would go into your apps. You would go into Google Play Services for games. So you create game services project. You go into the cloud. You do this thing, and you just hit like create, and create auth, consent screen, Google Cloud platform. It's like you do that on the cloud. Create credentials. And so create credentials is the step I'm on. Android game server game project. Okay, so we need one for Android. Add credential. Android, right? Culo Duo Vagabundos game. Anti-piracy on off. This is app player see game my activity. Google Play app should match add games. It should match the app name in Google Play Store. Uh-oh, I don't think that matches. Stupid thing. Oh, what bunch of stupid. Select the auth client. Okay. Client ID. I like how it shows that like that. Okay, so you go on Google Cloud Platform, you hit View in Google Cloud Platform. Yeah, I'm looking at how you sign the app. 'Cause you gotta go and sign it and look through your certificates and keys. And this is like the key part of this thing. Really, it's like you have to put your key somewhere and then remember where you put it. I do have a file for it that I saved, but I can't show it obviously because it's a key. And then like shows all this cool stuff. So what you have to do is you have to key sign your app, write down your passwords for the key sign. Then you have to like do all this again. It's crazy. This is the crazy part of the whole thing. And somehow you have to like remember where it's at. I do have it written down somewhere also, but I think what happened was I re-key signed another version with a different key because the other password wasn't working for whatever reason. Something was stupid and wrong. Alright, did an Android Studio reload. Alright, so should get this application key, and I believe that's what all we needed. How do we go back from configuration? Okay, create credentials. We created the credentials. So now I need to somehow redo. Okay. So we got cool little game loaded right here. What we have to do is load up res shit. It's still kind of getting back to life. Create a project, sync in progress. Oh. Hello, blah, blah. Why is it using my Gmail? Like, why did they make Gemini so smoked out by now? It used to be good. Now it's just like smoked out. And I saw how you do that, this text effect on Shader Toy. So your text looks like that. And then you can add time variable and make it scroll color and do all this other effects. Alright. It didn't load the res file. It just refused to open the folder, right? Okay. That's wonderful. So if it does this, and we're totally frustrated, I always just like cheat. Not cheat, but I was gonna actually show off the fast method of making an app. Maybe I should do it with this. I should. Okay. Then let's go open this is the other app. It has the bullet. Look at how they set up the scene. How big is the file? It's not that big. Native engine. I am GUI. Okay. What I really wanted to open though was Tunnel. But the ADPF app is pretty cool because it uses bullet engine and you could just like take it out of there and see how they implemented it and just add physics to your game. The only next thing to do is just add the networking. Okay, Tunnel. Okay, wait, why is there so much crap? Installation time assets, on-demand assets. Oh, okay, it's the downloader thing, the curl APK thing. Okay, now let's say we got scene. Right, we need the scene. I need the scene code. Because like, I got text working, but in order to port it, and then I would need to build, I want to be able to build the TF build version too, but Grok gave me some stupid stuff where it's like, he doesn't INIT, I think, glute fast enough, and he just like does it. No, he INIT glute. There's something he doesn't do. I think a bunch of stuff. He doesn't even create the window. He just like compiles the shader and runs it. Just like, what the fuck? How can you? How did this even compile? So the shader is created, the font is created, and the texture is bound. The vertices are being bound, right? And it crashes like right there on configure when it generates the vertex array object. That's where it crashes. And it's able to get the texture and bound the shader, but it hasn't initialized OpenGL. Like, that's how Grok wrote this. And then I was like, at night, like, I compiled it, and I was just like, why doesn't it work? Well, I'll figure it out tomorrow, but I wonder what the reason is. And I like did a few other things that night, and I was just like, I'm just messing around. I was like, wait a minute, did that code include any of this other crap you always have to go through? I was like, no, it didn't. He just like deprecated all the necessary steps to like initialize everything. It's like, that's funny. And it works. I mean, it runs, but it doesn't work. It's like, you know, it just crashes unpredictably. I'm guessing we're gonna need text renderer maybe, but I really don't want to open it yet. I just want to open the scene manager, the scene, the play scene, tunnel engine, the UI scene, and the welcome scene. Yeah. Just want these open. Raw. Now look how fast you can move through that. Compared to like Android Studio, you just move like a turtle. Alright, res loaded finally. Can we go open this? Oh, I don't know what that was. Alright, so it should look like that, right? You copy pasted your project's ID. Copy this. This never works. Like, this copy never works. XML backup rules, drawable values, and values inside of res values strings.xml. Alright, we also need to do that one other thing. We need to update our app name to our actual app name. Culo Duo Vagabundos game. Because it says you're supposed to. This is the thing about getting on the Play Store. Alright, so let's go back to implementing Gabe's API. Do we have any errors? This device will not run it. This device is like ancient. It's API 19, so, and even if you do compile for API 19, it won't work. Not for this device. Like, I think you have to do it with the other one, with the Eclipse. And I don't want to run this in the emulator, but let's just try. I should have the other device paired. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, why is it not paired? I don't know. It should be paired. Maybe because it was Bluetooth connected to the controller and I was playing games, but I don't see why that's a reason. But it certainly is, because it's not been being used. Oh, because Android Studio restarted, so like the daemon tells itself to crash because, or exit, because what happened is you'll get these daemon lockups on ABD and whatever, and then bad things start to happen and you can't fix it without like restarting a computer. And alright, wireless debugging is enabled. So I don't understand why we don't see the other device. Pair devices using Wi-Fi, select multiple. No, not troubleshoot. Why did I hit that? Pair devices using Wi-Fi. Stupid devices. It's so stupid. Okay, so there's an unexpected error during Wi-Fi pairing initialization. That's an excuse. Found Android devices, Amazon. Find Android devices, emulator. Stupid troubleshoot. Like, I don't need to know this. How do I make it go away now? Oh, crap. Alright. So we're compiling our app after including the API key. Make lists, user static std libs, required shared stdl. Alright, so we need a shared library, not a static, because we're building. And it's opening the other make file again. Piece of shit. Wow. Wow. What about C++? Do we have the same issue? Yes, we do. We have to be very careful right here of why it's doing this. What about strings? Did strings get loaded wrong? No, strings got loaded right. Incredible how it's doing this. Alright, let's go look at our build files and flags and stuff. Where do we set our flags anyway? Gradle properties or something? No. I should know by now, but I don't. I've seen it in some other files. I remember. Should have memorized it, but oh well. Next time I'll see it, it'll be now, and I should remember. Alright, so this stems from CMake file, but we can't open it. Right? Yeah. We can't open it because it won't let us. Okay, we've opened it by using the little tabs thing. Static or default requires shared SDL. Debug H36 using is using a static SDL, but library requires a shared SDL. Make cfiles.list C game shared. Okay, let me look at that again. Shared. I want to look at what this says. Static. It told us to put static in target libraries. That's not fair. Now I'm really confused. User is using static SDL, but library requires shared SDL. So what if you just put shared? Kinda didn't want to do that though. Okay, we put shared, right? Then I believe we have to do a sync. Uh-oh, it got mad at me. I shouldn't have done that. Let's change that back to static. Sync it again. In 32 now. Client package called with an invalid argument. Yeah, okay. Let's clean this up. Build clean. I think it's because garbage bullshit. It's got some garbage, like not allowing the system to sewer pipe. It's just looking at old cache shit and fucking up. I believe that's the issue. Then it's still gonna give us the linker error. Yeah, okay, so stupid linker error or whatever. I'll fix this in a second. Let's actually use Gemini. Where do I put the Android underscore SDL? In that case, oh, he gives me links. Stupid. Just tell me. Alright, CMake files, set Android SDL shared, or set static none, etc. Add library my native app shared. Okay. So let's just set it to shared. They tell you one thing, but it's actually like another thing how you do it. Well, kind of. Let's just see what would happen. This user is using, okay, first we need to sync. We still get this problem. Okay, we get a new problem. Find package with invalid argument, line 32. He's probably not going to be able to fix this. Okay, so there's these public libraries and private libraries. Private libraries aren't exposed to the other libraries. Public are exposed to everything. Interface, these libraries are not linked with your target's implementation, but are required to compile against it. It will be linked to any targets. Okay, that gives a lot of confusion, but whatever. Incorrect misspellings, visibility keyword. Corrected private visibility for implementation details. It still told me nothing though. Locate your CMake files. You should find target-like libraries. Okay. What if we just get rid of that? Just get rid of app public in front of it. User static shared. Okay, we're back to this now. Alright, let's set it to static then. Underscore static. Set Android SDL underscore static. That doesn't do anything. Wait, we should have synced a long time ago. Uh-oh. Now we have this again. Same error. Just like it's sending me into a loop. CMake output log 32 and it's pissed. It's pissed at this line 32, like game activity. What if we get rid of required config? That's probably not gonna fix it. Clang skipped. And it's just abnormal bullshit. Find package called with invalid argument. Your face is an invalid argument. Okay, let's try to sync this. I think it's just parsing it wrong. It's the problem. It's not our fault. Joan, I won't know. Find package called with invalid argument. That's stupid. Let's go back to the man page of how this should be done. Okay, we got get the player ID. Now we need to make a C++ file. After these stupid linker errors go away. Okay, let's go back and just look at this for a second. Implementation, that's fine. Prefab features enabled. It's the CMake stuff that's stupid. Oh, I know how to do it. Okay. Let's do this. Let's erase this. It's find package, not find packages. Because what these other ones imply is that you put these right like this, but you just put them in two separate lines like that, I believe. That was the whole issue. I'm an idiot. Wow. Okay. Oh, beautiful. No. We still got shared and unshared to deal with. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to this. Link unshared, game static, public app library. Target link libraries. We do want this to kind of be right here. It's a long, stupid line. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, that doesn't do anything. User using static STL, but library requires shared. Shared, okay. We told it to be static though. What if we put static right here? User is using static, but STL requires shared. And how do we know that? Okay, let me resync it. Maybe it doesn't know yet or something. Right, now we're back to this again. Target link libraries. The interface public private must appear as the second argument. No. Guessing that will fix it. Alright, yeah, that fixed that. User is using static STL, but library requires shared STL. Games shared. Still google.com's v2, games shared. So I'm guessing it downloaded. Hold on, let's go to back to Gradle. KTS app. See what that says. Implementation native beta 1. Okay, whatever. It doesn't specify there. So if we go back into CMake, let's try to make it shared then, since it refuses to be static. Change that to shared. Change this to shared. And change this to shared. Does it all have to be shared, or it's just like a stupid thing? Okay, let's sync it. This is terrible. I knew it was going to be this anyway, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. So it worked, build successful, and we got this gnarly red shit, whatever this meant. Okay, so I guess we built it. Nice. Let's run it. No. CMake. Gemini loves it when you don't specify what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, this is what we needed. We put this in Gradle build txt. That's the app Gradle file, not the project Gradle file, I believe. External build native CMake arguments. So this will pass this shit into CMake. The other shit should have worked though. The other shit he showed me that the fucking he writes this differently here. He writes it like that. I guess he doesn't know how to code colon. You have to do it like this. You have to take it out of, like, no. Local variable arguments create property arguments on the external native build. Yeah, it's inside Android. Right, so Android external build configurations. CMake. Why is it pissed? Sync the project, who cares? Yeah, he says 3, just change this to this. Multiple choice, multiple copies of your app ports. If different parts of your app or its dependencies use different static STLs, you end up with multiple copies of STL in your APK. This resize of your application. Wait, say that again. Multiple copies. If different parts of your application or its dependencies use different static STLs, you end up with multiple copies of STL in your application. This increases the size of your application. Symbolic conflicts. Different STL instances might have same symbols. Yeah, I know that. He's doing it like this. There's no equal sign. No, what the fuck? called default config. Yeah, this might be inside of default config. External native build. This is inside, no. Oops, put a default config inside of default config. Yeah, so it's like piss. Why does it not like that? Val cannot be reassigned. An abstract value mutable list string. Oops. Is it happy like this? Okay, it looks like it's happy now. I was putting it in the wrong place. That always happens. Wow. Okay, we still get gnarly stupid error. Okay, now we go back to CMake file. Great. And we're just like running in circles here. And then line 37, which doesn't exist because we're in the right file, and it says error at line 39. Error at line 39. The interface public private must appear as the second argument. I don't know. I didn't do it. I just put public in front of and back of everything except for the game. And it got really mad for me trying to do that. The C compiler identified as clang 18. Build system failed with the following: executing ehoaf, blah 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 blah. 40 more error and building with CMake. Okay, let's try sync. Sync is okay, right? No, sync is pissed. Why? Prepare : build module. Process command CMake finished exit 0. Get rid of all the publics. I think that's the problem. Alright, it seems happier. It's like doing stuff. Yay! And it's this is beyond sync. We're actually pushing to the device. Okay, I don't know why that public was there. Okay, so our little fat friend. Oh, cool. We logged in. View full screen. Got it. So when we click that, he like wanders off. Yeah, you get to see how the game works if I actually click. Like when I click it, it should go to the cursor. That way I can debug more things. Okay, I have to click here. I made on-screen buttons by using the shader. They're not actual sprites. They're shader generated. And then the shader's generating that background bullshit. Oh. Background time effect. Okay. And I need to add the other joystick from the other version. Okay. Let's implement the player file. What if I do it? Yeah, my C++ directory is fucked here. Let's name it play friends. Let's do it like this. Since it's now letting us do it, we'll make it do it. And then native engine. We'll spawn a new instance of Notepad++ by just borrowing some other open file. Go into our folder. Open the project we're working on. My application to backup-121 billing-friends. Go into app source C++, main C++, open our, let's open the scene file because we need to modify it later. Okay, scene C++, yeah, this is all going to be overridden. Make a new file, name it, go for play friends C++, right? There's a bunch of C++ files in here. Yeah, they're all in here. And then we go back to the web page and we can move on to the next step. Oh, this is telling us how to do low latency audio. Oh, this is cool that they put this tutorial up here. If you are supporting Android where you have to use OpenDL, if you are using OB, you have to configure your app to improve latency. See obtaining optimal latency docs. If you're using Android before, you have to. If you're using supporting Android, you have to use. But OB does OpenGLES, so I don't get it. Get property audio Android property output sample rate contact service. Ah, damn it! I need to watch the video again about this. But anyway, the audio. It's like they want you to use OB, but like you could use Open. Whatever. It's just a convolution of a convolution of a convolution. Alright, so we did our target link app public. I believe this should have maybe been one line. It's just to like copy paste this into your folder and you're done. What I did was stupid. Okay, so we copy this code. Get the player ID. Your game can access player information signed in the player by retrieving the player ID. You can retrieve player ID by calling get player ID function, which is demonstrated in the following example. Okay. So let's put this in this. So it should be calling this Google API with me, with the /me for the player ID, and that's probably what it's doing. Relaunch the sign-in prompt. If a player declines the initial play services sign-in prompt that is automatically displayed when your game launches, they may change their mind during game session. You can relaunch sign-in prompt by calling PGL's game sign-in client sign-in as long as no players are currently signed in. The fuck? So you could sign in when another player signed in? Okay. Callback. So how the fuck do we call this bullshit? Okay, entry point for our test app. So how does it do it? First it gets INIT, right? Then it gets player ID, and that shit calls get players, right? Callback, and get player callback. On get player callback complete. The fuck? Login player ID here. What is the result of this stupid ass function? It doesn't tell us, it just says for more information about how player IDs work, visit the topic here on Next Generation Player IDs. Next Generation Player IDs. Use the next generation of player IDs. Test the next generation of players. Use the developer player key. Retrieve a list of player IDs across your applications. Use the next login, select game, edit properties. Use next generation player IDs. Okay, that's just some extra bullshit. Do that later. Create a server-side web app. Make the following requests. Okay, this is server-side shit. We did game concept sign on generation player IDs, achievements. They probably want us to do this. They always do. Okay, so to do this, grow, play services, setup and management configuration. grow users, gameplay services, setup and management, configuration. Yeah, use next generation ID is already on. Why is this description not filled? I thought I wrote a bunch of stuff. Oh, this is annoying. That's in Federal. Should be a file somewhere that has this description. Oh good, a Dalvik fail log file. Just like spams the entire result. Just need something that looks like English. Uh-oh. I need to search the results to search the results. It's possible you just copy paste everything into this. Here it is. It's inside this file. Okay, long description. Cool deal Bugabundas. Behind the home department store looking for ways to inspire the Bugabundas. Armpit Bros. Big Teeth Kulo seeks recycling while Big Teeth Kulo is not giving up his thug farts from the west side easily. Asking in a text message after getting out ready meals what you think gonna happen if you farted in the vacuum space. I farted in the vacuum, in the actual vacuum before the scientific. Okay. There was a long description, short description, long description. Okay. I don't know why that wasn't in there already. It's annoying. Stupid Google. Alright, so we want friends. Like we were doing this for friends, we weren't doing this for achievement. I don't know. Fart 10 times. Uh-oh. I think these icons have to be 512 by 512. I can't remember. Whoops. Piece of crap. Wow. Doesn't let you copy this, like the multiple layers. It's making it stupid. How are you supposed to find out which layer is which? Okay. Oops. Oh good, it pixelates the shit out of this. Oops. Oops. Oh, fuck, all that shit I did and didn't do it right. Oh well. I have to like do things like 10 times usually to get them right. Just because of stupid things like that. Okay. Transform. And it like doesn't pixelate it. Stupid transformation. It's a bad way it transforms it. Let's see how Paint would handle that. What if you did this in Paint? There's another way to do it. You make a little program. Yes, I think I did it right. Okay. Where is the game content? Just like a folder for it. Spelled achievements wrong, I don't care. Yeah, it is 512 by 512. How did I know? Oh, I must have like tried to do this before. Okay. Okay, so we got an achievement going. Events. What's this crap? Track user with events. Alright, let's go back to our login thing. Okay, we signed in. How do we do friends? I don't have any friends though, so I would have to like make friends with my other phone. I'll be friends with myself. Add play game friends to your game. Add play games friends to your game. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, what the fuck was I trying to do? Oh yeah, get the user ID. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? Alright, so I know what I have to do. Okay, since this will compile, since I add this file, and I spent all that time doing something else, like adding an achievement, what I should do is go back and look at this file, and well, let's just do this. What will this result in? This is the question. Let's go do a search. Alright, so it found my file. So I can open my file by clicking on the find, and then by clicking on, let's make a variable. It's probably gonna be an enter long. I don't know. Int player ID or string s player ID. Let's just make them global in this sense, I guess. Oh yeah, we need to make, let's just do this. Sure. A new file. Make an H file for this. What are we gonna do? Just wrap it. Doesn't matter too much if I misspell that. And I want to drop the variables. Oh, I don't have the variables anymore. Okay, whatever. My player ID and my logged in s player ID std string, and then we need stdio since we decided to destroy ourselves. I think stream, I don't know, I forget. I need string. Okay. All this for that. Okay, now what do I have to do with this? Do like an extern? Is this how we're gonna do it? Create the H file, expose their interface. Now we need to go into like renderer or something. Is it open? Scene. Our scene file is not yet ready. Trying to open the scene file by using find. I mean the render file. Yeah, okay, we're in the render file now. So let's say we hit, we can't just keep calling this every frame, obviously. Bad problems will happen. Okay, go to our game logic, wait for a player to hit, okay, X. Yeah, just, if the player walks forward, let's just call it. So that's Gemini, how to fix this. What do I pass into? I can't believe sometimes the shit AI can solve, because they just know so much shit. What do I pass into print 1? Okay. He just sent us down this. Oh, we did this just right now. Recall API. Oh, so they want you to install Java on your game server? Okay. Recall. Yeah, recall would be cool to like do game replays. Start tokens. Face of the token. Okay. Try to do all this shit. Damn it. Well, it's gonna be fun. And it didn't tell me about I know how to do this. Whoops. Look at people's stupid faces. No. It's dumb. So this guy is already implementing this. What's he working on? Idle invent 5 months ago. How did he know about this API 5 months ago? I don't think we were supposed to find that. Alright. Where do we find the stupid Java environment thing? I know it's in here. Alright, this Java environment bullshit. Let's send some JNI example. It'll be easier. Alright, we have to go to like... Oh, I wanted to go look at the OB samples. Yeah, so this is sort of OB-ish. Yeah, it is. Okay. Java generated. Where is the Java for this? IOLib. Oh, IOLib does not have any Java. Okay, main activity, playback engine. C++. JNI bridge. Okay, this is what we need. This didn't give me a crap clue of what to pass into a JNI. How do you synthetically do it though? Oh, that's one way to get it. Get the GNI. Save the Java VM pointer. Global variable. Oh, I love it. Oh. Okay. How can we do that? Alright, so let's find wherever Java VM. I don't think anything has this variable. Critical native 33. No. There's nothing that has this stupid variable. Do we even need this variable? No. Okay. I think solves everything. Let's just get the player ID. Alright. So when he goes forward, he'll get the player ID. Uh-oh. I have a problem here. Get Gosha player ID. And then we will pass I logged in player ID. I guess, whatever. Go back to our error. Okay, go back to our other file. And I have to write the function. And then go like that. Why do we need this stupid main function? That's stupid. I think we do need the Java at runtime environment. to just like take it out of GNI. GNI core init called the native function. Alright, once we have on... Oh, this sucks. I did not want to code Java today. Well, I think it's part of the requirement. Okay. And then there was... What? Oh, okay. It was declared here, but I can't scroll for some reason. How do I scroll? Is there any way? Select all of this? Okay. Where do you put this? I'm guessing you put it here. And it's before this crap, right? Other activity code extends. Key points: private external fun, Kotlin private native, Java native function has no parameters because GNI handles passing the environment and the activity. Load library line loads your compile library in Android specified in your CMakes build Gradle. Okay, so they basically are saying this GNI is the synthetic method thing, and typically done on create. What happens if it's on resume, like resize or something? Clean and rebuild your Android project correctly. Okay, so like this is like a surgical operation. This is surgical code. This is like architecturally built into the okay, there's like a guide. Generate native code, classes, blah blah blah. What is this? This is the, it's explaining to me the procedural GNI native to beta gameplay services. Oh great, it just told me I have to do all this now too. Okay. So what if I did this? Okay, access Java libraries from C++. Oh. Oh. Oh no. So I'm very required to do this. Alright, let's just start at the beginning here. Run the library wrapper. Okay, create a wrapper config. Generate native code. Prerequisites. This guy assumes you have an existing Android project that also uses Gradle build system. If you don't have an existing project, you create a new one in Android Studio using native C++ template. Okay. Generate native code. When integrating Java library, use the wrapper tool to generate native code wrapper First step to configure the wrapper. You create wrapper configuration files to control output native code generator, and the features lets you specify classes and methods in the wrapper generator. Since there aren't many methods wrapped in the generator, you can also define a custom classes section, create a new config that JSON resource wherever your project define methods. For example, my project wrapper files config that JSON and paste the following configuration. Yay. So my project, like, okay, so what would I have to do? There's a new file. Let's just like paste everything. It's always fun. Oops. Make folder. Where would it be? Here? Well, we're just gonna have to guess on this one. I don't need another file folder. It'll die. In the preceding example, you directly declare Java classes and methods that require native wrapper code. Yeah, it is in that folder. Okay, I got that right somehow. It'd be easier to start here than there. Okay. It's probably not. I'm not going to have the right Java as the environment variable, but we'll just run this anyway. What I need to do is just fix this stupid crap. Let's go read this again. Your wrapper config file to find your region of the project name and your code. Open terminal where you extract the library wrapper and run the following command. Able to access jar file lw.jar. Uh-oh. Why? I need to be able to generate these jar files so it could be generate wrappers from jars. Download the ARR file, unpack it into a directory, choose and locate classes.jar file. Oh great, it died. Okay, where do I get lw.jar for library wrapper Java? It's important to clarify that LW.jar refers to the command line tool used in Android development environment generating C language wrapper code for Java Android APIs. Therefore, it's not a standalone universally available jar file in some way or another jar library. Here's a breakdown of the tool originates and how it's used. Android development context. The LW.jar tool is a part of Android development tooling specifically related to enabling native C++ code to enact and Java Android APIs. Okay, I kind of know this, but it's okay. It's used to create wrappers, bridge between Java and the libraries. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Just to get the player ID, we're going all through this. Alright, let's just click on the guide. In summary, library wrapper for Android APIs, created Java native interface, JNI, right? Okay. JNI interface specification, enhancement, JVM, Java Virtual Machine, slang, background overview, blah 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 blah. It sent us to the fucking go take a hike place. Okay, that's okay. Download the wrapper. Okay, that's what we need. Just need the fucking thing. This is the thing you need to do everything. Library wrapper beta 1. Yay. Okay. Then let's extract it into the Android, I guess. I'll copy it again. This is great. This is really great. Because it's just getting more bloated and bloated and bloated. Okay, open Android source games. This is where we're going to run the command. Therefore, this is where we'll make another copy of this. Need it here. And then just run it. Alright, now we have just garbage errors, and because Java is death and we die, so when you get this error, you have to have multiple versions of Java installed apparently. For whatever reason, I have whatever Java's installed. So I have a bunch of them, and I already lost track of why I have so many installed, so that's the reason why you need a bunch of them installed. So let's just try JDK 1.8. I'm not sure if this is the right one. So that's just going to have to be like this, and then just keep trying until it works. Certain Javas will have like better whatever. Okay, that's the Java I'm using. Apparently it's more, I guess, in the middle of support. What is Java this? Okay, there's a D Java, I don't know. So that's how you could run Java side by side. You just specify the exe and then you just pass in all the other jarry arguments. This jargon of the jar. Okay, runtime 55, 52. Again, the same error. Let's try this hotspot 21, and then we'll try the 23. JDK 21. There should be a Java in here. Yeah, it's in here. So much garbage. Okay, so JDK 21.0.6.7 hotspot worked, and it generated the files inside the other folder, so we can't see them yet. But if we go to my application, backup, billing, friends, app source, C++, whatever. Okay, wrappers, dir, cd, c, dir, Android X, Java, cd, Java, lang. Okay, I guess it put shit in here. Native wrappers. Okay, now we got shit in there that's just gonna break things. Good. So therefore, I don't know how this helps this. Oh yeah, so we're doing the native wrapper guide. We've completed step 1. I don't know what that does though. Alright, step 1, step 2. Okay, now we have to go to CMake files. Native wrappers. Do we need this for this SDK? Probably. Doesn't say we don't. Prerequisites. This guide assumes you have an existing knowledge of native. Okay. And download. If you don't already have the library wrapper to download it and zip it package of your choice. Oh, whoops. We did that, but whatever. Configuration files. Okay, I pasted this thing. I got this out. We're halfway there. Okay, implement native notifications. Google Play Services JNI beta implementation. Create all that build file. Oh great. It's just like it'll never end. To get the player ID, I'll probably break my project by then. Time this ends. It's like super death. Nice. Okay. That's set. That we've messed with. That we've messed with. Okay, dependencies and what? Okay. Now we go to CMake files list. Add find package this. Okay. Find package GSM JNIC from Google Android. Add the following target link libraries. Public target link libraries, okay. Add a reference to the generated code by add the following line, top of the file. Law recursive native wrappers configuration depends on native wrappers C++. Oh, that looks beautiful. What if one line of code is wrong in one of those files? Something's going to be bad. Okay. Again, it has this public word. And we're just keep adding bullshit to this. Alright, let's sync. Let's see. We might not be able to sync, I'm not sure. Alright, so it's downloading a Google Play Maven. It died again. And it's because it hates us. Public interface. Okay, let's remove that. Let's keep the last one for a second. I know the other one is causing issues. So now this one causing issues. Okay, sync with Gradle files. Build successful. Whatever. It just doesn't like that public word right there. For whatever reason. Glob, add reference generated following line at top of file. This file? What file is it talking about? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Project, I would guess put it here. Put it after the Android setDL thing. Add these near the end of the file. Include directories, okay. And so then it includes a bunch of shit. Before the target link libraries, I want to include it. Okay, updated CMake files should just sample like this. Okay, my project file glob. Wrappers, add library, native wrappers. We need to add this to library. More shit. More C++ files. C files. Loglib. I don't know, I don't have loglib, but whatever. Include directories. Went before target link libraries, but whatever. It should work either way. Okay, implement notification logic. Open create source file, implement notification capabilities. In this file you have included GNI and define new show notification function. Okay. Let's do that in our file we created for get player stuff. And then we'll just do this. That way we could just get the player ID from the same logic if we actually wanted to. And we don't have to include anything. Oops. Okay. Put semicolon there. Okay, we should be ready. We've done this, right? Okay. I don't know how it keeps sending us back to different pages here. C, C++, there's a difference. I thought they were the same thing. Oh, in C++ you do it like this, in C you do it like this. Interesting. How should we... Caution, C++ current is a work in progress. Use generated... Oh, shit. Caution, C++ code generation is a work in progress. Use the generated C code instead. Okay. Basically they're saying don't use C++ for now, but if you can fix it yourself, you can try it. Where do we put this? Implement logic. Okay, put this, and then what? Just keep adding to the file. Okay. Three, add a create notification channel by pasting following function. Okay. That's bad, whatever. Four, show native notification or call add following code at end of show native notification, create native notification, create native notification. Right. With this logic, define trigger notification by calling show notification at the appropriate location of your project. Complete and run the code that calls show notification. A simple notification should appear at the top of your screen of your test device. Generate wrappers from jars. Get the required jars. Notification API is a part of Android X Core package available from Google Maven repository. Download the library AAR and pack it into the directory of your choice. Locate the classes jar file. Classes jar file contains many classes beyond the required notifications library. If you provide the library wrapper with just classes.jar, the tool generates native code. Every class in the jar is inefficiently and unnecessary for our project. To solve this, we'll provide a file filter to wrap configuration code restrictions for the jars and notification classes. Filter files are plain text files provide you wrapper configuration. They allow you to define which classes to include or exclude from your jar files provided by the library. Allowed symbols, text, problem libraries. Notification app core compact. So we're kind of redoing the same thing here. This kind of didn't answer my question though. I did all this for what? To rake the project? Let's go back a little bit. I figured out what this does, but well, it's just number 5. I guess this means put this in the oh, okay, so you could have notifications now with this, but how does this, oh, I was trying to use this library in order to get the player ID for some reason. Chat manager, what is this about? Library wrapper for Android APIs, JNI interface. Oh, so this is how you hook into the chat. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go take a break because I'm not gonna get the player ID here. But I got the friends thing sort of stupid. Custom guide wrapper, okay. Got the wrapper. But it led me down this path though, that's the thing. And I haven't completed it all yet. Alright, let's first say I did the notification somehow. Then I would have to go and get the required jar files. And I downloaded the AAR library, core, which is essentially the system API kind of exposed stuff you're allowed to use. That's what it's making me think. Put this in here. And then I don't have this classes.jar. Which classes.jar do they mean? Locate the classes.jar file. Stupid classes.jar. Alright, let's say we did this. We went into our folder and search for classes.jar. Maybe it's in here somewhere? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Who cares? So I know it's supposed to have a classes file. And then get the player ID. Launch the sign-in prompt. Oh, that's why we ended this, because it ends right here. Okay, so get started with Google Play Services. Set up Google Play Service and Console. Okay. Okay. We don't need any kind of Java shit for this function though. Right? Doesn't look like it. Get player ID, J object, players, get client players, ID task, players, but we need the main activity for this. Yeah, we need this to be called Okay, I know what I kind of need to do. Right. And then forget about this for now. Okay, let's go into this and actually do it. What is wrong with this? Okay. Should be still okay, right? Is it still okay? Did it break completely from that type of mutation injection? So we just injected a bunch of files into it. We did a glob recurse. Uh-oh. Alright, we're in the right place. Gotta know what the result is. The result... Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? What's your declaration or usages? Result, our result is a const char. It's a const char. Oh, wow. Look at that long path. Alright, here it says there gets the result of an asynchronous operation represented by GUI task. This function can only be used with GUI task returned by PS player client. Get current player ID. Out the result parameter if this function returns unit attack success. Otherwise it will be undefined. Note that out result may be null for certain successful tasks. Called GUI string destroy and then not needed. Task GUI ID player ID. Out result out parameter holds the result task completed successfully. C regenerate give player ID. What the fuck? Okay. Stupid give player ID. It's getting stupider and stupider. Alright. What kind of bullshit is this? Oh, good. It told me how to do it. Getting started. Oh. I do this. I think I need to get this. Okay, so... Oh, this is the REST API. Whoops. What is this? REST. need to just go to, no. Stupid crap. No, I need to go to centers. Yeah, this. Okay. Core library native. In-app review, in-app update, integrity, asset delivery. No, we need play API, not core. Billing library. Java native core library. Install refer library. C++ API game services 1. Damn it. We're on 2 though. Well, whatever. What are you calling here? Just to get client player ID thing, just a really simple one. It's giving us all this other shit. It should tell us that this API has been deprecated, but it didn't. Alright, let's just do this. The result. Type def struct. Yeah, where is it defined? That's dumb. Okay. One part of it. Okay. This is just a string, right? Why does it give me every stupid string library thing? Yeah, it's const char. Let's just dump it in the string variable. Let's say this. There's no easy way to call this. So how do I call this from within the SDK? There should be a way. That's the stupidest thing. Char sequence, whatever. Okay, should be ready with the 100 errors that it has. There's not 100 errors, there's only 21? That's not bad. What's this crap? How did that get there? Java environment. Oh, I just kind of ignored that that exists. Huh. How to get the Java environment variable from within C++ with GNI core. For this function. function. Well, this is my main problem. This is why I tried to implement that stupid crap. It's probably going to send me down the same rabbit hole though. Alright, it's telling me to set player ID. Set environment variable. Okay, on create. Put all props. Player IDs, test player ID, props, properties. Build.gradle. Spec guides functions. Oracle external. I think it like is hallucinating here. Get environment player. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Environment get method. Detach, attach current. Get player ID. J9 get Java VM. What the fuck? J9 get Java. You can't do that. It's hallucinating from what I told it. I think. G and I? No. That's the thing, everything goes from this global context of I have to use that G and I thing. Oh, great. Now what do we do? Alright, I think I have to call it using the wrapper or something. So main activity on create. Kind of like show notification, but right, so because if you look at this, show VM. Okay, let's just get rid of that. And then we will move on, and you have to deprecate a few things. Okay, so let's try to export this, I guess, as a JNI function and just call it. What else would be like the answer here? JNI export, and then just when the application creates, just get the user ID. And if something changes, get it again. That's stupid. I just don't feel like doing the rest. Might as well just give it some UTF string back for doing this. Like, oh, okay. A little inefficient, but native lib, my native lib, blah blah blah, groovy AI filters. Okay, how is he calling it? Okay, some text value. Okay, so would this work? String text from CPP is equal to the hell did we just do there? I already forgot. My brain is doing the I don't want to code anymore. My activity native function. Why is it named this? Java com example my app. Is it actually supposed to be named this? I think I have to have like a different name. Com example my activity my app main activity native function. And what would it be called? How would this be called? Damn it. On creates native function. Extern private fun. That's so stupid. Okay. can't find symbol string. What kind of programming language is this? Uses overrides a deprecated API. Let's start on create arm resume. Oh, whoops. Did that work? Oh, crap. What's wrong with this shit? Now it feels like my code looks like Java. Uh-oh. I don't like how to fix that. So it's the same definition, I knew it. What's the difference though? Show notification 1 doesn't do shit. Show notification 2 does all this other shit. I believe the solution is copy paste all this shit up there. Right, like that's what it told us to do. Just so it recognizes the other functions first. Oh wow, this turned out to be a apocalypse of H files. We turned this file into Java somehow, and C++, and J and I, and G and I. Okay, that's nice. Okay, can I initialize object capital type J object? What the fuck? Why is this now a problem after it wasn't? Okay, this is a pointer. This is context system get. What can't it do? It can't initialize? Yeah, go screw yourself. I don't care if you can or can't. Alright, Ninja, entering directory. Blah blah blah. Everything is garbage. Die. Okay. We'll get the player ID as soon as the app starts. I think it auto does it for us actually. Like, isn't... What the fuck? Now it doesn't work. Uh-oh. I think I already had it working. What's the problem now? I don't know why it's crashing. I think I do know why though. Let's just... Get some breakpoints in here of what we're interested in, and then get rid of some stuff. Let's get rid of this thing here. Like, would it, like, not crash it anymore? Crashing for sure, I think. Wait, problems, log, yeah, we need log out, sorry. The cool about the business is it keeps stopping. Fuck. It's bad. Like, why the fuck is it stopping? Okay. They didn't do anything bad. Except for G and I core INIT. Okay. We didn't get the ID, I believe. Fuck. Alright. So if this is called, please let us know. If this is called, please let us know. If this is unsuccessful or successful, let us know. And if this is called, let us know. Okay, restart. I don't think we need the GNI INIT thing. It fucks shit up. Then why is main activity not calling that? I don't think my JNI works. It should fail though if it doesn't work. This should fail. The fuck? Alright. Launch. On create. Hello? Oh, we're not debugging, are we? Whoops. I knew that, or something. Alright, waiting for debugger. Come on, ADBD. ADBD failed to connect to socket. Stupid. Intent launcher, come on. Okay, connected to VM. Address localhost. Okay, getting shit. Get your shit together, damn it. It's like slow. Alright, where are we? So we're here, right? Does it show us where we are? We can't hit play, so we must be somewhere else. Oh no, like what the fuck did I hit? Oh, what did I deserve to see this? Okay. So I guess we're here, yeah, so we're here. Let's call it. Okay, GNI core INIT. Oh, okay, so it was calling this twice, I guess. That was the problem. Because it calls it in there, and then it calls it there. Okay, so it has all these. Okay, it has this, or whatever this is. It has pointers to this shit. Now it does, okay. E and V is defined, right? It's some shit. It's just whatever. Okay, go. Get player ID, main activity. Anyway, task get player e task equals. It's fucking ridiculous how we have to launch this. Okay, what the fuck that happened? So we're not signed in, right? I just tried to go get the player ID without signing in. Because this device is not signed into Google, right? It's just like, I'm a dumbass and I should have just made this a test device or something. Let me see. That'll be my picture. Alright, I do have another thingamajigger, I can do that. What are we doing? Stupid pixel. You're not even real. The fuck is it running? Oh. If you hold control and it'll do that. That's pretty cool though. Alright. This is gonna kill the stream. I don't really care though. Alright, let's try this on this device. What the hell is this crap doing? Google Play Games. Alright, so it does pop up. Here we go. So we're like, we did our thing for now. I could do the friends thing later. The friends thing is mostly, I think, API 1. And I'm good because your face is a frame rate mismatch. So that's what it shows when it starts up. Select Play Games Profile. Oh, could have just do this. I'm a dumbass. Oops. But it's more exciting that way. Where's the other device, damn it? Connecting to device. Yeah. So it's... Can we still move this in the background? No. It like goes away if I click over there. Let's relaunch it. Maybe you don't see it with a debugger when you do that. Who knows? They made it like go away. Let's close it and launch it again. If we do this, no, it doesn't have that options thing. I think it has to come from the Play Store or something stupid. The Wi-Fi thing was working earlier. I don't know what the fuck happened. About migration. Alright, so I don't see how it's getting my player ID though. It's calling it though. What the fuck happened there? Get current player ID tasks on all. What is the task? This is the most interesting part. It doesn't say what the task is. It just gives a pointer to it. Damn it. I guess I have to go and look through the H files and do my other stuff. Whatever. Be more obsessed about this later. It seems to work the way it was worded.